Bradley is wrong about why women leave. His whole theory is that men got soft, beta husbands, lazy providers, and if guys would just man up, their wives would stay. His prescription is testosterone, his cure is 1955. Here's where he's missing it. Women file nearly 70% of divorces in this country, and most of the men that I've sat across from were working long hours, coming home to the kids, handling the things she never sees, and still they weren't doing enough. She isn't filing because she's doing two jobs. She's filing because she's been told she's doing two jobs. From inside the room, the women who file aren't the most tired. They're the most connected. She isn't divorcing you. She's divorcing the marriage she watches on her phone all day. The divorced friend posting beach photos captioned, "The soft life saved me." The TikTok therapist diagnosing her marriage in 60 seconds. The single mom influencer with the spotless kitchen, the calm kids, and a morning routine that never includes a husband. The IG coach selling boundaries courses where her husband is always the boundary. The post-divorce glow-up reel, new haircut, new body, new caption. I finally chose me. Every one of these is selling her the same story. The woman on the other side of the divorce is calmer, freer, hotter, and finally herself. Brad's fix is to go backwards, but you can't. You can't unspoil the algorithm. You can't put 2007 back in the box. She isn't filing because she's exhausted. She's filing because she's been told the next chapter is better. She's been told that by everyone in her phone.
Highest divorce rates? 2 women. Lowest divorce rates? 2 men. Highest rates of 2 women. Lowest rates of 2 men. 75 to 80% of divorces filed by women. Top reasons: boredom, unhappiness, no longer compatible. Highest rates for maltreatment of children by women. Women consume social media at a far higher rate than men. Women are also 3 times more likely to deal with mental health issues than men. When you share these statistics, you are automatically labeled a misogynist pick-me who hates women, but fortunately, I care more about truth than being accepted by the sisterhood.
A lot of us were raised by women who hate men. Women who had so much unresolved pain, bitterness, and trauma that they passed that hatred down. Nobody want to talk about it because it disrupts the narrative that women can do no wrong. But be honest, how many of y'all grew up hearing, "Don't depend on no man, all men are dogs, don't let no man play with you, men only want one thing"? But not once did they tell you how to choose a good man. Not once did they tell you how to communicate with a man. Not once did they tell you that not all men are your enemy. The wild part about it is most of those women wasn't healing. They was projecting. They was recruiting you into their war against men that they started, that they lost, and that they never recovered from. Now whole generations of women is out here fighting battles that they never experienced. Blaming men they never even met. Getting into relationships already angry at somebody who isn't even in the room.
Equal treatment for women!
Equal treatment for women, except we're getting charged with a crime.
What?
Well, men generally get harsher prison sentences than women. That's not fair.
Okay. Equal treatment for women, except we're getting charged with a crime!
And when playing sports and fighting. Well, men and women shouldn't play sports together because men are physically stronger than women. It's not fair.
That makes sense.
It's not fair. Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Equal treatment for women, except we're getting charged with a crime and playing sports and fighting!
And paying for dinners and buying drinks and getting drafted into the military and doing dirty jobs. Come on. Okay, guys, I got a better idea. Let me just 1 second.
Treat us like women! Treat us like women! Treat us like women!
If you were to take 10 men and 10 women and abandon them on a desert island, there'd be no talk of feminism. There'd be no talk of girl boss. There would be women collecting berries and making little beds, and there'd be men hunting and building shelters. And if they didn't do that, they would. The men would go instantly masculine, the females would go instantly feminine, and that's the only way the tribe would survive.
The only reason why women are doing the that they're doing is because they know that somebody's out there to save them. I don't care, even if it's the government, there is somebody out there that is going to save them. There are other men out there that, even though they talk about, I don't need men and whatever, they still run to men for help. Because when they go to court, most of the time it's going to be a male judge siding with them and giving them what they want.
So stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice. And I hate when a says, "Oh, I'm single by choice." No, you're not. You're single by choices. You're single by the choices that you make. You chose to have multiple kids with multiple. That's why you're single. You chose to hang out with single, bitter bitches. That's why you're single. You chose to stay in a relationship with a. Now you are traumatized for life because of that. That's why you're single. All of these are choices. Okay. You're not choosing to be single. And for you that want to convince me and anybody else that you can have any man you want, where is he? Go get him. Exactly. You over here choosing to work on your career and focus on your career rather than focusing on building a healthy relationship with somebody. That's why you're single. By choices, not by choice. Stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice.
I love when guys think it's a flex to be like, I don't chase women. Okay. Bye. Go find your husband then.
Okay, bye. Hey, I'm over here. Please don't go. Oh no. Where are all the good men at? I love women genuinely, but what they say and what they actually mean are two completely different things. What you actually want him to be chasing is his goals, his dreams, his passions, and his desires, because that is his way of chasing the things that you truly want in the long term, which is long-term stability and a secure family.
Most men have never been and would never be. Most women cannot tolerate anyone telling them what to do, yet expect a man to fix all their problems whenever they need. Most women want the same rights that men have, but refuse to take the same responsibility as men. Ladies, if you want a good relationship with men, stop blaming them for everything. The men that you're living with in this world today, first of all, had nothing to do with men 50, 100, 200 years ago. Second of all, just want to find a woman who they can love and build a life with. But apparently a lot of y'all don't want that. Then you complain how there's no good men left. Maybe men aren't the problem. Have you thought about that?
Can we please cut this where women are saying, I left because I felt unsafe. I felt unheard. I felt... I don't believe that. I honestly don't. Because women are pushing their insecurities onto men. You left him because of your feelings. I honestly hate this. It's a huge cop-out to not take accountability for her personal destruction in her own life and the way that she's destructed the own relationship. Like, whenever women go on the internet being all like, well, the moment he makes me feel unloved, I'm gonna leave. Nah, you made yourself feel unloved, but you're projecting that onto him because you don't want to admit that you're feeling insecure. You are looking at him to fill an unfulfillable void. Like, y'all are seriously leaving people because of your feelings? Seriously? Do you want a man to leave you because of his feelings? And I'm not even trying to say that these women are bad people. Like, I know a lot of you guys probably think like, oh, you know, based on the things Jenna says, it means I should leave. I am not an advocate for leaving someone. I'm an advocate for believing that they can change, building them up as a person. Because at the end of the day, we do need to take accountability for the way that people treat us, because they're always reflecting us, because we attract who we are. At the end of the day, like, women should stop caring about their feelings too much. It's gonna destroy everything, right? So if you're the type of girl who left a man based on your feelings, better apologize, because he was probably a good man and, you know, you couldn't take it. A lot of women cannot handle being with a good man because then all of their insecurities are coming out, and then the man doesn't even know how deep her insecurities are because she's not talking about it, and then she's sabotaging the relationship, and then he's thinking, oh, she doesn't want anything serious with me, when in reality she's just so insecure, and maybe she's not even self-aware of it. Like, it's just like, stop bullshitting people. Like, it's not his fault the way that you're feeling. You're an adult, take responsibility for it, but do not leave a good man because you don't like that he didn't do something the specific way that you wanted him to do it. Respect a man's timing. He's gonna do things on his own timing, and that's okay. One-on-one coaching and bio.
And you know, I really like what the clip was saying when I think he was talking about guy that was saying that men have gotten soft and all that stuff. And that's what I keep on saying. We keep on doing this thing to where we keep on blaming it solely on men. And that's not the case. These modern women are, if somebody continues to market to you, this is what you want. This is what you're looking for. We hear countless women, oh man, I should have left earlier. This is it. But we also hear a lot of those women say, well, you know, I didn't think it would be this hard. And, you know, I actually, maybe I don't need my husband. Cause you know, you can't say that, but I do need some help. I wish I had a little bit of help. Right. I do enjoy being by myself. I was married for a long time. And, you know, I just kind of want to do my own thing. But it would be nice to have somebody by my side every now and then. And I do actually need some help with this and with that. And it's not just groceries. The yard is growing, and there's a lot of things that I need to do in my garage, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. If you'd have treated your husband right and had a more positive attitude, maybe you would have had somebody. I mean, God dog, if you guys would have started talking about boundaries and what you actually wanted in the marriage and communicated and stopped stepping on each other's toes, who knows where you'd have been.
Yo, I don't remember friends with benefits being this one-sided.
I can't help but to laugh when a man brings up friends with benefits, because what's the benefit for me? Are you paying bills? Are you gonna pay my car note? Are you gonna pay my rent? No? Oh, okay. So what's the benefit? Because you're gonna finish. I'm not. When you're checking up on me, you're not actually genuinely checking up on me. You're checking to see where I'm at because you want me to come over and sit on it.
Ooh.
You're not taking me out on dates, and you don't really give a to know how my day is. So what's my benefit? I know you're benefiting, but what's my benefit? No, I'm good. Unless you're getting your bills paid, you are being used.
So it's okay to benefit when it comes to friends with benefits when you're getting your bills paid. So it's all right to be a when you getting something in return as far as money goes, car note, bills, maybe something. Yo, as long as you getting money, you can give the cat up. That's what you're saying. Your cat got a price. That's what we're saying here, because I don't understand it any other way than that. When it comes to this one-sided, like she's like, oh, because you're gonna finish, I'm not. You're assuming that means you getting his. If homie's not making sure you know you finished, then you with the wrong dudes. You know what I'm saying? As far as checking up on you, like, you know, I consider myself generally a nice person. Of course I'll check up on you. Yo, and not for nothing, some friends with benefits are literally fire. Like, they're like dope friends. They just don't be making it to that next level. But in terms of chilling, vibing, yo, it's like a dope homegirl. Y'all just happen to smash every other time y'all do chill, if not every time. But what she's saying is, oh, you know, you have to benefit in some way. I mean, yo, if you need to know about, you know, anything that has to do with guys, I'm your guy. I got you, right? So I could point you in the right direction. Because if I know, you know, this ain't gonna go past friends with benefits, you know, eventually you gotta be happy, right? So let me steer you in that direction. Dates and yo, definitely could go out and chill and have a good time, get something to eat. If you cool as it don't gotta just be some bedroom. So, you know, I don't know like how exactly she's, you know, she's speaking on it, but she's only looking at it from the terms of straight up. Like, yo, it don't benefit me. Unless you paying me somewhat, you ain't getting. When in all aspects, if I'm like, yo, I'm taking you on this date, I'm paying for this expensive dinner, you better put out afterwards. What's the difference then? You know what I'm saying? So as far as dudes, she says we benefit just from getting a nut. Like, yo, there's some dudes discipline that, yo, we don't really care about like that. It's not that serious. So big eyes, big lips, small brain, bimbo behavior.
Men, beware of your wife's single friends. Men, listen up. Your wife's single friends, they will sabotage your marriage if you let it. They sneak in, they whisper, and they poison. Before you know it, your marriage is breaking down. And you think I'm exaggerating and I'm doing this for likes? No, here are some facts. Studies show that divorce spreads like a virus through social networks. If a friend gets divorced, your odds of divorcing jump up to 75%. Let me repeat, your odds of divorcing jump 75% if her bestie gets divorced. Drill this into your brain. Single women are keeping women single. Peer influence is real. She will prioritize her bestie's feelings over yours, especially if her crew is full of divorcees. They're not healing. They're recruiting. Girl, you deserve better. Girl, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that to you. Oh my goodness, he is so controlling. Sound familiar? Friends, divorces make divorce seem normal and less stigmatized. Divorcees get together, pulling each other down. They don't care about your kids, your mortgage, or your future. They want her single, swiping, and miserable with them. Protect your marriage, my dudes. vet those friends ASAP. If her friends is single and salty, red flags. Cut them off or watch your wife join the divorce club. Divorce is contagious, so protect what is yours.
Mr. Hudson, you claim the defendant led you to believe you were her son, Ja'Cory's biological father, then dropped a bomb and admitted she slept with someone else. You're in court to prove you are not her son's father. Ms. Bridges, you admit to sleeping with another man, but claim that you have no doubt Mr. Hudson is your child's biological father.
We had an argument, and that's when she came and she was telling me how I might not be the father and she had done these things. But I paid no attention to them because I am the father. I'm supposed to be the father. I'm here.
You cheated with Mr. Davis, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though you cheated, Ms. Bridges, you say, I did it. I did it.
Yes.
You still say Mr. Hudson is this child's biological father.
He's 100% the child's
father. Why do you know that for certain?
Because I just know he's the father of my child.
Mr. Davis, thank you for joining us today. Do you believe you're Ja'Cory's biological father?
Yes, I do.
And so, Ms. Bridges, you did tell him he potentially could be Ja'Cory's father, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you testified earlier that you said you know for sure.
I know for sure it's Mr. Hudson's child.
If this child is yours, you're going to step up for this baby?
Yes, ma'am, most certainly.
Mr. Hudson, are you going to step up if this child ends up being yours?
Yes, ma'am.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hudson versus Bridges, Mr. Hudson, you are not his father. In the case of Hudson versus Bridges, Mr. Davis, you are not his father.
Oh, no. Neither one of them.
This courtroom is in shock. This is not what anyone expected today. Miss Bridges, as it stands right now, you don't know who your child's father is.
No.
Every day, women come on this app and tell you they hate their husband. I don't care if this has been ingrained in you since birth. I can't imagine how good of a marriage you have. You have so much resentment that your man can't even have a nap. You both have a kid, not just you. God forbid, a relaxes. I bet when you're taking your nap, he don't sit there like, let me record a TikTok and tell everybody how much I hate you, how much I can't stand when you take a second to yourself to relax in my presence. Embarrassing. This is why marriages don't last, because everybody thinks that this is the content you should be sharing. This is despicable, and I can't imagine posting some like this and having my man see it. This is disgusting mindset. God forbid a relaxes. I can't stand women that act like this, and it's almost all of them. She probably has everybody in the comments like, yes, queen, yes, queen, yes, this is how I always feel. God forbid.
Women don't lose good men. Men lose good women. The fact that there are still women out there trying to convince themselves of that really amuses me. Let me say that one more. Why? Why say that again? Because it most certainly won't make it true. A woman doesn't leave a good man. Well, that's not right. There are numerous women who leave good men every single day, but do carry on. Men leave or get left by good women because they could not maintain the emotional capacity that relationship required. They're completely overlooking the fact that a lot of women don't have the emotional intelligence or maturity to actually be in a relationship. But I digress. Why do you think men just go run to something easier, something that doesn't require them to actually feel, grow, and turn into the man that they actually want to be? Why is it always the man's fault? It's like some women can't accept any kind of personal accountability. A man's lack of emotional capacity to love you has nothing to do with you. It has his lack of ability to grow into the highest version of himself. The same could be said for women, actually, but a lot of women don't like to talk about that. So don't let him bring you down. You keep moving. You keep just getting better. You keep blowing up. And believe me, you just keep dating because there's so many men who love you. There's going to be a multitude of very disappointed women out there when they realize that those good men out there simply would rather be happily single and not put up with their emotional immaturity.
Some of you may think this is unrealistic, but I think it's just normal. I genuinely believe that every single woman deserves to receive $10,000 a month from her husband, from her boyfriend, whoever you're with, just for him to show his appreciation for you. And I think that is a standard that all men should be held to. And as a man, if you cannot hold yourself to that standard, then you should not be dating at all, honestly. That means you're just not financially ready to provide.
She expects, she's so amazing, that you are going to pay $10,000 a month, like as a retainer. I love how these women, like, really? It's like, again, I'm just asking. $10,000 a month in allowance just because she exists.
But you said women deserve less, so therefore, I deserve less.
Yeah, I don't think men should be simping on women. They got to earn that.
But you clearly haven't earned it yourself. I'll explain this in crayon eating terms.
Sure, yeah.
Why should men not be simps?
I think you mean why should men not be simps?
Yeah, why shouldn't they?
When you're a simp, women don't respect you.
If it's the other way around, women should not be simps for men.
Well, no, actually, women should simp for their man because men typically know how to deal with attention and validation from women better than women do. Women don't really know how to appreciate male attention because you guys get so much of it. Because since we don't get the abundance of attention that you guys do, we're able to better appreciate that attention when we do get it.
So men should not be simps for women, not even including their wives?
Well, even with your wife, you don't want to be a simp. Obviously, you don't want to be a pushover. I'm saying treat her well, obviously, but you don't want to be a simp either. Being a simp is basically showing an unreciprocated amount of attention and validation to a female that's not doing the same. So we have a few more minutes. Let's go to the next person.
You know what? Sure. Of course. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Kenny.
No problem.
He, she, they, pronouns.
Sure.
You know, I think it's like Lady J was saying when she was responding to that lady. Modern women really cannot see outside of themselves. They think everything is about them. Everything is about them. Everything. I mean, half of the time, these men are not even thinking about you. These men have moved into a different part and a different phase, a different era of their life. These guys, a lot of these guys just, hey man, I think I'll try meal prep. I've been seeing that online. I think I want to try that. You know, a lot of these guys are doing different things now. They're going a different direction with their life. Hey man, I want to get into skincare. I want to start taking care of myself a little bit more. Hey man, I want to start dressing a little bit better. That's what the guys are doing. Guys are finding hobbies, man. Hobbies that don't include you being in their ear, nagging all day. Don't include a bunch of nonsense. And y'all don't seem to get that.
Oh, are you saying?
Yeah.
That pretty privileged women are weak?
Most of them, yes. Most of them. That's why when you hear the baddie buzzword, most baddies are because all they have to offer is their body. It's weak. It's an easy way to do life, but it's a weak way to do life. And I don't feel bad for saying it. It's just the truth. And no shots fired. Look, do you, boo? Get it how you live it. I'm not here to judge you. Live your life. However, it's the weak way. It's the easy way. It's not the narrow road. Not taking into account, I don't think that they're taking into account the spiritual warfare that actually starts happening, the way that they have to battle that spiritual demon, which is very expensive. Can't afford it. But I think that when you're really beautiful, you're lazy.
You feel about the women out there feeling like they man gotta make 6 figures?
You know why they feel like they have to make 6 figures?
Why you
Because
say?
they ain't making it. And they want a man to take care of them. They want somebody to play captain and come save them. And some of these men want to come play captain and go save them hoes. But you can't save a hoe. Believe that. Because see, a real woman gonna go out there, she don't need a to make no 6 figures because she out there making it herself. Okay? Because see, if you want something, you don't have to get no approval from no man to get it. You should be able to go out there. If you think it, you want it, you should be able to go get it. Just like that.
Bravo, absolutely smart, king move. I can go on and on because it's almost as if men can have standards and they can actually have a problem with something that a woman might be doing in her life. And by the way, why did you leave him to figure that out? That should be something that is outwardly given as information because you should assume that most men would absolutely have a problem with this. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, when it comes to the whole believe all women thing, unless the guy comes out and confesses that he did
whatever is alleged to have been done, I'm assuming most men are going to say, I did not do that. So if we say believe all women, that smuggles in disbelieve men.
And it can mean that we have situations where people lie on it, and that's terrible. But it's
as a call taker, it happens a lot.
There should
Women
be
blame men for
consequences.
things that men never did to them. But oh, he ghosted me. Oh, he dumped me. I've encountered way more false accusations than I have it's a real call.
Really? How long have you been doing?
I dispatched for about 15 years.
But so for that 15 years that you were a 911 operator, you're saying that the majority of the calls you got where a woman was alleging that she had been essayed.
In calls where women alleged there were more of the false calls than the real calls. Yes.
Do not be pushy with women. The problem is that when you tell men don't be pushy with women, the guys who really need to feel a little bit more confident around women take that to heart. And the guys that were blowing through boundaries already just disregard it. You have advice hyper responders, right? You have the people whose fears are confirmed by headlines and worries. And they're the ones who probably could have done with, no, dude, you can go and say hello to her. Like, she'd really love to hear from you. But he's heard, do not be pushy with women, and thought, I knew I was too much. I knew that women didn't want to hear from me. Meanwhile, the guys who were coercive, who were blowing through boundaries already, they disregard the warnings and the concern. The goal of Me Too, from a relational standpoint, and I do think it was important to call powerful men to account for using position and coerciveness and incentive in a way that was not virtuous in order to get access.
Oh, I agree completely.
The goal of Me Too was to sanitize the toxic elements of male behavior, and instead it ended up sterilizing most of them.
Men and boys, this one is for you. This is Everyday Etiquette number 107. Chivalry is not. It belongs to men and to boys, even the younger boys. What I want to give you is a little bit of etiquette on when a woman is approaching a table. This is something that I've seen the older generation still do, and I absolutely love. But boys, men, when a woman is approaching a table, whether she's returning to the table or approaching for the first time, it is etiquette for the man to stand up as she approaches the table and wait until she sits down. If you're standing next to the seat where she's going to be sitting in, pull that seat out and let her sit down. Get behind it and help her push her chair in. When you do that, you're displaying the very beautiful trait of a gentleman. Now, ladies, I'm going to speak to you for a minute. If a gentleman wants to stand up and greet you with honor as you're approaching a table, let him. If he tries to help you with his chair, let him. Tries to open the door for you, let him. I've heard so many young girls say, I don't need help. I can open my own door. Or I don't need help. I can pull out my own chair. Well, guess what? We know you can. If you want a man to treat you like a queen, you got to first allow him to be the king. So let him show you some chivalry. Let him express the qualities of a gentleman and receive it with class, like the classy lady that I know that you are. And boys, gentlemen, make sure and stand up and show some honor to that girl or that lady who's approaching the table, because that's what great people do.
I'm a married man that understands the risk of men trying to get married. I'm going to say marriage isn't for everybody. I'm the type that's going to advocate for the women and say, I actually think you need to be at a certain dollar amount in dealing with today's women. As an example, the woman under 40 that you see today is not the 40-year-old version of your mother or your grandma. Between social media, between OnlyFans, between the liberation movement, etc., these women have been conditioned to be addicted to dopamine spikes. What it's done is the version of what women in the West are now. Their hypergamous nature is to a level no other women that's ever existed collectively have ever done. They're demanding things that no women have, that in mass have ever demanded from a collective of men. They're asking for more than ever before. They cannot be content. They're taking this mindset into a marriage, to a relationship, in the dating market, and not getting the desired outcome, and they've been convinced that the problem is just and primarily the men.
The hardest marriages for women to leave are often when they are married to husbands who are good guy presenting. And I want to explain this to you because these husbands, they don't yell, right? They don't cheat. They don't disappear. They show up when they're supposed to. They will help if you tell them exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it every single time, right? They're not necessarily they're not really chaotic. They're not necessarily scary and having, huge outbursts. They're literally just there. And I think for so many women, this is what makes it so hard to name and so hard to leave, because nothing is technically wrong, right? But nothing is deeply right either. Like, he doesn't proactively make your life easier. He doesn't anticipate your needs. He doesn't carry the mental labor with you. He just sits there waiting for instructions, like a puppy dog waiting for a command, right? And when you're exhausted and you're resentful and you're already drowning, this will make you feel like you're crazy, because you have friends whose husbands are way worse than that. You've seen the horror stories. You've seen the TikToks. You know that worse guys out there exist. And your husband isn't necessarily like that. He's a good guy, right? But good guy presenting isn't the same as being an engaged and invested and a participative partner. Bare minimum behavior wrapped in politeness is still bare minimum. And what makes it so draining is that you can't point to one big thing. It's not like one big thing happened in your marriage. It's literally by 1,000 paper cuts. It's that you're not considered without asking. You're never relieved from your duties without delegating to him first. You're never being prioritized without being prompted or reminded. And then you start wondering if you're crazy. You start wondering if you're asking for too much, wondering if you're just too hard to please, if you'll never be happy. But you're not asking for too much. You're not too hard to please. You are literally asking for partnership, but you're getting this passive participation and you're being expected to tolerate it because it could always be worse.
Look in the mirror and just hear what you're saying, because the dumb hurts, honey.
I love it when men use this argument that they're basically saying, like, men are only good for physical labor. They don't understand that, number one, many women are handy. And number two, whatever we're not able to take care of, we can hire someone. There's many services out there. Whatever it is that needs to be done, we can hire someone.
You look at a construction site and 9 out of 10 of them are women. Be realistic. This women are handy stuff is just like, come on, honey. But she says, oh, we can just hire someone. We can just hire someone. And you know who you hire? You hire another man. So drop your I don't need a man bullshit, because you do need a man.
So I think that a lot of women be thinking that they be doing men favors, right? So have you ever heard a woman say, oh yeah, girl, I just settled for him. He wasn't even my type. Let me tell you something about men. Men don't want y'all favors, right? And the worst thing that you can do to a man that they just really don't like is sit up there and act like you settled for this man. Because a man coming in your life and making your life better by helping to pay bills, by being there for you emotionally, by supporting you, all these things that you expect a man to do, he's also adding value to your life. So how dare you say that, oh, I just settled for him? No, leave him alone. Let him find a woman that will value him, and then you go be with somebody else that may be settling for you. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to get yourselves together.
And you know, it's funny that you had the comment or the clip from Ask a Brother podcast come on right before the woman is talking about why is it so hard to leave the quote unquote good guy husband, and she start detailing stuff that honestly and truly, and this is what I'm saying, modern women, they try to make men the bad guy. They continue over and over again to try to make the man the enemy, and he's not actually the enemy at all. It's you. You're the enemy of yourself. You're the problem. But you can't tell modern women like that, because their therapist told them that they're okay. Their therapist told them to say these positive affirmations, love yourself, romanticize your life, take care of yourself, and all this other nonsense. And it's nothing but BS. They lied to you. Get a new therapist.
What is the problem with black men? We talking about black community. What is y'all problems with single moms? Because y'all hate us.
It's not the fact that men hate single mothers. It's the fact that single mothers come with more.
there's more things that a man has to take care of when dealing with a single mother. She's coming with some extra. And some men, whether they want to or not, can make the choice whether they want to deal with it or not. You dig what I'm saying? That's their responsibility. I'm a big, Biz a little, I got more weight than him. I come with more weight. You can choose whether you want a big or skinny. So you got kids. She don't. I choose. I want to got no kids. That is my choice. That is my preference. Now you are not shamed for your preference in men, but a lot of times men are shamed for our preference. We hate you. Y'all hate us. No, that's our preference. Because if a got no kids, he ain't wrong for not wanting a woman that ain't got no kids. That's his preference. So just because you don't fit his preference don't mean that he hates you. Just because you don't like big don't mean you hate me. Somebody like this. Somebody like me.
That was a good answer.
Thank you, man.
Every day some new beefing with my right now, but life still lit. Riding down the strip, $500,000 whip. 5 M's for the kid for ice like that.
Who is most domestically towards women?
Surprisingly, it's actually women.
It's not.
Yeah, no, actually, no. So check this out. The highest actually occurs a lot of the times between same individuals who are women. And then the other thing also that's interesting is, because they did a whole meta-analysis on this. What they found was when there's only going one way, where one partner is beating on the other, is typically women to men. They're beating on the man. But the majority, obviously, are of like, they beat on each other. So it's two-way. But when it's only one party attacking another, it's the woman to the man most of the time. So, I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have where, people think that, oh, men are just beating up on women or whatever. It happens, but I don't think it's as prevalent as people try to say. And, this is like feminist propaganda to push certain things out and get certain legislation going or whatever. But the reality is that it's really the women that tend to be more with that stuff because women don't have a proper concept of, I'll explain this, right? So the thing with men, right, is when men deal with each other, there's already inherent respect to a degree because we understand that we're capable of each other, right? Because we have the physicality to do so. Women don't understand this that much, right? This is why, like earlier, I'll give you an example. When I was out doing the thing, the people that were heckling me the most were women, right? And the reason why they did that is because women don't understand the concept of consequences, repercussions for talking, because women don't get punched in the face by men, luckily, right? But men do. So if you say the wrong thing to a guy, you know that there might be a physical confrontation that can end your life. Women don't understand this concept for a multitude of different reasons because, obviously we live in a civilized world. Men don't really attack women like that, which is good. Women, when they do fight with each other, they're weak, so who cares? So in general, women don't have a proper concept. So this is why they tend to be more because they don't understand the consequences and ramifications of it.
So you kind of proved my point. I just feel like we get so much flack to single moms, but not to the men who made them single moms. Like, I feel like the energy, if you're going to give the energy to women who have children and they're raising them by themselves and now they want to date, you have to give the energy to the man that put them in that position. Like, that's the part that I don't like that's not balanced. Like, if anything, the father who decided to not raise his child should get all this negative attention, not the mother who's making it happen by whatever she's giving. And that's where I just think that that's unfair. Like, y'all should be men, because a lot of men scold the single moms. You should be scolding your gender, the men who do not take care of their responsibility and raise their children. And that would seem to me fair. Because if a woman's a single mom, it's because the guy's not there.
Exactly. We didn't choose this life. It chose us. Like, I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't want to be with the kids, the father of my kids anymore. That wasn't a choice. It just happened that way. And again, we're doing everything. I bust my ass to take care of my kids. Like, I grind. And so it just was very hurtful to see all of those comments about single mothers. And yes, like, why not give it to the men?
A few moments later.
It goes back to what you said. They're going to say, these men will date you, but are they going to marry you? That's what they're going to say.
Oh, well, a man ain't never left me. I left them. My fiance that I was engaged to, I broke that off. We bought a house together and everything, and I still cut it loose. Okay, because I'm the type of woman, I have money. I got my own money. I get my own bag. I don't got to deal with nobody's shit. So if you're treating me how I don't want to be treated, if you ain't got no business doing in a relationship, we're done. And I don't got to stick around. A lot of women settle. I don't. I know my worth. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't want you to know your worth and what you deserve. I do. So a man ain't never left me.
And on periods. And on period. Ooh,
What is the problem with black men? We talking about black community. What is y'all problems with single moms? Because y'all hate us.
It's not the fact that men hate single mothers. It's the fact that single mothers come with more. There's more things that a man has to take care of when dealing with a single mother. She's coming with some extra. And some men, whether they want to or not, can make the choice whether they want to deal with it or not. You dig what I'm saying? That's their responsibility. I'm a big, Biz a little. I got more weight than him. I come with more weight. You can choose whether you want to be or skinny. So you got kids. She don't. I choose. I want to got no kids. That is my choice. That is my preference. Now you are not shamed for your preference in men, but a lot of times men are shamed for our preference. We hate you. Y'all hate us. No, that's our preference. Because if a got no kids, he ain't wrong for not wanting a woman that ain't got no kids. That's his preference. So just because you don't fit his preference don't mean that he hates you. Just because you don't like big don't mean you hate me. Somebody like this. Somebody like me.
That was a good answer.
Thank you, man.
Every day some new beefing with my right now, but life still lit. Riding down the strip, $500,000 whip. 5 M's for the kid for ice like that.
Men commit differently than women. Men pick up the whole package. So they start by they're looking for a woman with complementary strength. They are looking for strength, and they see a woman that's really, really, really strong, but they don't need to be duplicated. And they don't want to be duplicated. They want to be admired for the ways that they're strong that you aren't. And the only reason they want to be admired by you is because they admire you. It's not because they think so little. We want to be admired by the people we admire. So men scan for complementary strength. It's in their nature. They do it all the time. We do it too for a different reason, but they do it. It's like they're always filling a team or looking for a partnership.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
It's funny how black women will sit and listen to other miserable black women when it comes to black men. Like, make it make sense. A woman who can't keep or obtain a real man, you know what I'm saying, or a top tier, high value man, whatever y'all want to call it. A woman who can't even obtain that, you're willing to take advice from. If she keeps getting left, clearly she's the problem. Every man does not act the same. But what I have realized is all you women act the same because y'all feel like y'all have nothing to change. And the fact that you don't believe in evolution of self, these men should with you. Black women are doing themselves a disservice within our own community. If you don't advocate for respect of black women and black men, then shut the f up. However, we're not going to skip over the fact that black women are the most disrespectful of the blacks. And the reason that is because it's always been a part of the white man's plan. They want the black women to think every man is DL or closeted or not a real man because of whatever they believe in society or whatever they've been told within their misandry. And all this is showing me is that black women refuse to take their power back from the white man, you know what I'm saying? And then start to listen to our black men so we can understand. Stop listening with your feelings involved. Take your feelings out of and I guarantee you will hear the message. Stop deflecting and projecting and accept and understand. Oh, and don't forget to comprehend because y'all lack that. Learn how to use your critical thinking skills. If you have none, learn how to get some. Every skill that is a skill or a trait or characteristic is something that can be learned. Sometimes it's just not in you. But if you don't have the willpower to learn, and we have free will, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. Y'all be doing us a disservice by picking up y'all phone and literally projecting. That's all y'all do. Y'all come on here and project. Y'all don't come on here with no facts. Y'all come on here with feelings and don't nobody give a
That's what I just finished saying. These modern women don't think that they have to change. They don't think that there's anything that they need to change. Anything that you want to change about yourself? Nope. Nope, not at all. I can't think of anything. So, but I don't think we need to change anything. I don't think we need to change anything. So you don't think that, do you have any self-awareness? Yeah, I'm aware that I don't need to change. You know, therapist told me that I was perfect. Therapist told me that I was a good person. Therapist told me that even when I do bad things, I'm still a good person. Well, I mean, yeah, you're still a good person, but maybe you should apologize, you know? And if it's like something that's really crossed the line for the man, I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe do something for him. Maybe do something to make it up to him. Why not that? How come you just, oh, well, I didn't mean to. And then you just keep on going. You can't just keep on walking without an apology. You can't just say, oh, well, you know, that wasn't my intent. Just keep on freaking walking. You gotta, the same way that you want a man to make stuff up to you, you gotta start doing that for a man. Oh, who gonna be the boys? I am. I'm a boy. I'm a man. Now get you. I think you should apologize.